Hi class, my name is Jeff Dykes. I'm going to be teaching you about how to do the labs this quarter. Since we're online and we're not able to do the labs in person, at least for the near term, due to the coronavirus. So I'm going to go through the labs one at a time, and so the first lab we'll do is the gas burner lab. Okay, so it's on page 1 of your lab manual. You should have this online in Canvas. So you can go to page 1, the gas burner. Okay, and so the gas burner here is a Tyrrell burner, and it's not a Bunsen burner like we're normally used to hearing, because this has threads here. Okay, and so the parts of the burner, you have the barrel here, and then there's an air gap right here. Okay, and we can increase it or decrease it. So I'm turning it and threading it down the stem, and we're decreasing the air gap. And by decreasing the air gap, then we'll make it less oxygen getting to the flame, and so it burns less hot, and it can even actually put out some soot. So we don't want it there. So we want it all the way screwed up so that the gap is maximum, but you don't want to go too far so that this falls off. Okay, the other control we have is the gas controller. And so if we look at the bottom of it and face the bottom, if we turn this clockwise, and it's going to look counterclockwise in the video, but I'm turning it like I'm facing a clock, and I'm turning it towards the right, as in the way the hands move on the clock. So it's clockwise. And so I want to open, so that when it's clockwise all the way, then it's closed. There's no gas getting in. So I want it all, maybe 2 turns counterclockwise to open it up. And then I have the air inlet all the way open. And then I have my striker. So the trick to the striker is that you have to be pressing downward, because on the striker you have this little piece of flint, and it will strike against this metal grate here and cause sparks. And so you want to push down, and so if you're not used to doing this, you just rub it like that and you don't get any spark. So what you want to do is push downward with your thumb and you get spark. Okay, or you're going to do it with your finger, with your index finger, and you just want to have it an opposite, so that you get some spark, opposite direction, so that this is pushing upward. All right, so now I'm gonna light the burner, and so to light the burner we have a gas shutoff valve that is going to align in the stem. Okay, so what I have now is the gas shutoff valve, and so I'm going to turn it till it's in line, and then I flip it. Okay, and so now I have my burner lit. Okay, and that's all there is to it. And so if this is not very bluish cone, so we want an inner blue cone, so we want this cone tip right up to there being blue. If I add more gas, it doesn't do much. If I shut it down and add less gas, that can sometimes make a better flame. And so now it's at a point, and this point it starts to rumble, and you want a little bit of rumble. Let's change the oxygen amount, the air amount. I'm screwing it downward, and notice how things get taller, and then I get this light color flame. That's not good. That's not very hot. So we want it all the way up to here. So maximum air outlet, and we want to hear a little bit of rumble. And the hottest part of our flame is going to be right here at the tip of this blue cone. Okay. All right. So, and then when we're done, we reach over and turn off the valve, which I'll show you. I'll insert that later. We turn it across the stem, and then the flame goes out. And then last thing you want to do is remove the hose from the flame, or from the valve. So this is only going when you actually need it. Shut it off when you're doing other things at your lab station. Okay, so give me a second and I will show you the valve